Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I feel so awkward recording these intros, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Welcome to another video. I'm Billy. Today we're doing the TBR jar picks my May reads. I did this last month. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend watching it first because we're back. Hello? If you're not familiar with this type of video, essentially this is going to be a bad summary, so I apologize. I have this jar full of prompts. I'm going to pick one out and then pick one of my books here based on that prompt. You'll figure it out as we go along, but that's the gist of it. I am quite a slow reader. Last month I picked 6 books and surprisingly I actually managed to read 4 of them, which was my goal, so I'm really happy with that. I've been thinking about doing a wrap-up video of all the books that I've read recently, so let me know if you want that. I don't read enough books to make those videos monthly, so I thought maybe I could do like a recent reads wrap-up video. I don't know, let me know if you want that because I have notes for every book that I've read recently. Okay, with that all out of the way, I'm gonna stop rambling on and we're just gonna get started. I wanted to actually, sorry, that was a lie. I wanted to go through some books that I'm hoping to get, manifesting potentially. So let's just do that real quick. How many books do I even have here? Does anyone care? I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 books exactly. So again, I'll be picking 6. The books that I do want are The Secret History by Donna Tartt. So many people have read this. I personally haven't read it because I've been so intimidated by the size of it. She's quite chunky, but the Southern Hemisphere is in autumn, the leaves are falling, it's giving dark academia vibes, and this, from what I've heard, is straight dark academia vibes. So that's exactly what I want. But hopefully first, of course, I'll get a prompt that will make me pick that one. Another book that I want to read is, I need something that's like thrilling and just gonna like bring me out of this slump and get me excited to read again. I could go for legendary. I read Caraval in April, which was one of my TBR jar picks. You can get, you know, my thoughts and opinions on that when I do the reading wrap up, but it was pretty fast and gripping. So maybe this, or I do also really want to read The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I've heard good things. Definitely thinking something fantasy will help. So those are kind of the main ones that I'm going for, but I'm just gonna shut up and get into the video so I don't sit here for hours. Here's the jar. Give it a shake for good luck. Bit of ASMR. Okay, let's go for the first prompt. I'm gonna show it to you guys. It's probably gonna be upside down, so just a warning. I always put it upside down. A book that is borrowed. Okay, a book that is borrowed. I could have a couple here. My boyfriend's sister moved overseas and left a bunch of her books here for us to mind for her. So a lot of these could very well be hers, which would then mean it's borrowed, you know? So options that I have are, what is this? The Atlas 6, I believe that's about magicians, and I kind of love magicians. Really random thing to say, but I do love magicians. Can't explain it. So that's an option. Ninth House, The Love Hypothesis, If We Were Villains. Similar vibes to The Secret History, but I think I want to read The Secret History first. One Dark Window is actually hers, and so is Fourth Wing, and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So a lot of these are hers. I'm gonna go with, gosh, why am I picking it up like this? I think I'm gonna go with One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I feel like hopefully this would be a good thrilling fantasy that will bring me out of my slump. I don't know what this is about. I've heard it potentially has something to do with tarot cards. That could be like something completely different. That's just what I've convinced myself. I've heard. I don't want to read the back. I don't want to know anything about it. I want to go in completely blind because sometimes that's just the best way to go into a book. Like you just go in with no expectations and then you're just like on a roller coaster of craziness, and that's what I want. So book number 1 is going to be One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I'm really excited for this one and I'm going to plop it right there. You can't even see it, but just know that it's there. All right, let's go for prompt 2, shall we? Let's go for this one. Free pick. Again, last time I got a free pick, this time I got a free pick. I put 2 of those in the jar, so that means there's no more free picks. Okay, well, this is gonna be really boring. Sorry, guys. Free pick, well, maybe Is this bad? Maybe I should save the free pick for last, because I mean, is this cheating? Probably, but I'm gonna save it for last because then I have less options and I can try and get the ones I want and actually have it be fun and not just like easy. I get to pick which one I want to read. You know what I mean? Okay, watch this space. I'll do a free pick at the end. Coming back for this. Let's pick another prompt too. Two-word title. Okay. Blue Sisters, Ninth House, Good Material, Fourth Wing. You know what? I'm gonna go for Good Material by Dolly Alderton. I've heard good things about this, so I'm keen. From what I believe, it's about a guy who gets out of a breakup and he's a comedian. That's like literally all I know. I feel like that's all I need to know. I don't need to know anymore. I think he's just gone through a breakup and he's trying to get over it or something. I don't know, but I'm keen. I've had this on my physical TBR for such a long time. Like I literally bought it ages ago and I have not read it. So it's about time I freaking read this one, to be honest. And I'm really excited. Dolly Alderton, I really loved Everything I Know About Love. You've probably heard of or seen that book. I feel like everyone's read it or at least seen it. I really loved that book. I feel like people have mixed opinions on it. Maybe they go into it with really high expectations. I didn't. I went in not really knowing anything, but I just thought it was such like a feel-good, not self-help, but just like a non-fiction of a girl in her 20s. And it made me feel really hopeful about the rest of my 20s that I have coming up and just life in general and friendships and love and lessons. And I really liked it, honestly. But I really love Dolly Alderton's writing. I feel like it's really humorous. You can tell her humor is showing in the way she writes. And that's a bit of me. That is absolutely a bit of me. So I feel like Good Material is going to be a very nice filler book to read in May. You still can't really see it, but whatever. Okay, let's go for prompt 3. Let's go for this one. How do I manage to make it upside down every single time? Like it's not every now and then. It's not 50-50. It's literally every single time it's upside down. Ooh, a pretty cover. Okay, that's fun. A pretty cover. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're talking. Sorry, I'm in such a weird mood. Whatever. The one I think of first is Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. This cover is just gorgeous. Same with her other book, Cleopatra and Frankenstein. The cover is just, oh, so pretty. So that is a huge contender. What else? Potentially an unpopular opinion, but so many books have hideous covers at the moment. Specifically, okay, sorry, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent. Specifically, sorry, that this type of like cartoon, childish looking cover, it disgusts me, especially when the book is filthy. Like, sorry, there are so many things wrong with that. It's just so gross. And I also hate these covers. I'm so sorry if you disagree with me. That's just my opinion. Please don't hate me. I just really don't like these covers. I think they're so ugly and tacky. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that any further because otherwise we'll be sitting here for such a long time and I just can't be bothered. But sorry, I'm getting a little bit amped up at the thought of it. Back to a pretty cover. Who was that? That was so weird. Could I justify this? Oh, I think I could. I know Blue Sisters is definitely the prettiest cover that I have here, but the prompt said pretty cover, not the prettiest. So I'm going to pick the Prison Healer. As I mentioned, I want to read it. Here it is. It has a pretty cover. I'll admit it. It has a pretty cover. I like the font. I like the shape of the words and what am I talking about? The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I'm also going into this blind. From what I understand, it's a prison healer. So a healer that works in a prison. Just guessing. I don't want to read anymore. I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know any character names. I don't want to know anything. I just want to go in and I just want to read it and I just want to enjoy it. All I do know though is apparently it's supposed to have a plot twist from what I've seen. I don't want to know anything more than that. So The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni is book number 3. We've got a pretty healthy stack forming. Prompt number 4, manifesting it to be the right way around. A new series. What? I could have done the prison healer. This is the annoying thing about picking these prompts, is a better prompt might come around. What do I even have that's the start of a series? Like literally Fourth Wing. Is that it? That's it. Oh no. Now I'm conflicted. Guys, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna pick a different prompt. Pretend you didn't see that. We'll save that for another time. Because 2 of these books are already the beginning of a new series. One Dark Window and The Prison Healer. So technically I make the rules and I've decided that I'm gonna pick a different prompt. Sorry about it. Okay, prompt number 4. A romance. Do I even have a romance? Guys, I think I just need to buy more books. That's kind of what I've realized here. I definitely just need to buy more books because I just don't have enough for all these prompts. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need to buy more books. Let me know in the comments if I should buy more books. Okay, so we've got The Love Hypothesis, which I was just talking shit about the cover. But it could be fun just to forget the real world and dive into this book that is so beyond fictional. I think it's about scientists falling in love. Okay. Maybe Before We Were Strangers. Oh, why is this so hard? Actually, I might need to pause that thought and turn on the light because it's like pitch black right now. That's an exaggeration, but whatever. Ugh. Jump scare. Yuck. That lighting is so gross. Whatever. Sorry guys, we're just gonna have to do it because it's just too dark. What were we doing again? This is tricky. Maybe Love in Other Words. I feel like this is too similar to One True Loves, which I read in April. So I'm not gonna pick that. Perhaps Before We Were Strangers. Okay, I'm gonna pick Before We Were Strangers. Is it even a romance? Probably not because it looks kind of depressing, but I'm just gonna pick this anyway. I think this, whoa. This was also in my last TBR video. The prompt was group chat pics and Izzy, my best friend, picked this one, but I didn't read it. Will I read it this month? Maybe. It's about 2 people, they haven't seen each other in a long time. They bump into each other somewhere and I think that's where it starts. Maybe going back and forth between the past and the present. I just felt gravitated towards this one, so that's what we're gonna go with. And this guy, Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. Quick side note. In my last video, and every single time I've talked about this this book, I have said her name is Renee Carland because, sorry, like, look at that font. How was I supposed to know that that was an O? It looks like a D. Anyway, Renee Carlino sounds right to me. Before We Were Strangers is book number 4. Okay, we're gonna do prompt number 5. Prompt number 5 is 5-star prediction. Yes, that's such a good prompt. 5-star prediction. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Definitely giving 5-star energy. I feel like it'll be a good read. Super orange and fluffy and like squeaky and cute. So I'm gonna go with this one. I'm just gonna pop that onto the stack. Excuse me. Oh shit. Oh no. I woke the dragon. Hello. Guys, I'm scared. Okay, he's just gonna chew on those books, that's fine. 5-star prediction. Do I even think any of these are gonna be 5-star? You know what, I'm just gonna go with The Secret History because I wanna read it and I do think it'll be 5 stars. All right, okay, that's enough. Come on, you had your moment. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. He's like scratching his... Why is this video cursed? I'm so sorry about literally everything happening in this video. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. It is a mystery thriller from what I understand. I know it involves a group of uni kids, potentially at like a prestigious university. I don't actually know where it's set. Maybe America? I don't really want to read too much because I just like going with the flow of the book. I don't want to watch the trailer for the movie. Do you know what I mean? Dark academia vibes, as I mentioned earlier. That's exactly what I want want. It's getting cold in Sydney. The leaves are falling. I just want to dive into a Pretty Little Liars-esque world. And I feel like this will give me that. I don't know why Pretty Little Liars was just thrown in there. I was just thinking of dark academia and the first thing that came to mind was Jessa Hastings in Pretty Little Liars. So that's how I got there, but that's the book. How many times do I need to say The Secret History by Donna Tartt? It's very big and chunky, but I'm hoping I can push past that and read it because I just feel like this is going to be fun and people really seem to love this book, so I'm really excited. I'm happy with that. And now, as we know, the last prompt is free pick, and I'm going to pick, what do I have? I have 2 fantasies, 2 general fiction / romance-ish, and 1 thriller, mystery, more mystery, I think. So, I could really go with anything then, can't I? Maybe, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with legendary because I feel like that's a safe pick for what I might actually read in the month of May. Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book in the Caraval series I mentioned earlier. I did read Caraval in April. It was one of my TBR jar picks in my last video, which again, if you haven't seen, please go watch it. This is the second book. I am gonna do a video running through all the books I've read recently and my thoughts. I have a lot of notes on Caraval and my thoughts on it and how I felt. But one of the good things about it was definitely gripping. It kept me on the edge of my seat. I didn't want to put it down, and that's exactly what I was looking for. I've heard that this one's worse than the first one, or the series just doesn't live up to the first one's level of amazingness. What are words? But I'm kind of curious to see where it goes, to be honest. It ended with just like so much happening. It was actually quite overwhelming, if I'm being completely honest, but I feel like that's a realistic choice of something I might actually read in May. Again, I'm only going to really read 4 of these maximum because I have a full-time job. I don't know, I have a crazy social life. Let's see how we go. But I'm just going to do a real quick speedy wrap up. Whoa. Oh my, what? Why is it so hard to just hold these books? How cute do they look all together? I really love the Caraval spines, like the stripes. I think they're so cute. Okay, well, that is my 6 books that I've picked for the month of May. Let's real quick go through them. Legendary by Stephanie Garber, the second book in the Caraval series. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Good Material by Dolly Alderton. The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. And Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. And that is that. If you watched it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I apologize for just the chaos that happened while I was filming. I really don't know why this video is cursed, but hopefully you enjoyed it. There's a plane. With all of that and more being said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos, comment down below. If you want specific videos, comment down below, because like that could be fun to like do videos that you want to watch. This has gone on for far too long. Have an amazing day, night, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.